Hey everyone, Jason Skipper here with you, and we are moving right along here in Module 5 in Creative Ministry Tools. And it's getting good, and in this lesson we're actually going to be talking about online meetings and several of the services that are out there that are so good for us at this point. Services that are free and also extremely powerful. And so let's get into that. This is a little bit different than the next lesson that we're going to be talking about in live streaming. And so there are differences in the two, and we're going to talk about those too. And so let's get into this. And I just wanted to start out right away sharing a little bit about our past. I'm sure you've heard a little bit of it also. But as missionaries, I actually went to Bolivia when I was 20 years old, and I met my wife there. We got married a few years later, and we spent 15 years of our lives, or I spent 15 years of my lives, my wife, a lot of her life in Bolivia. I went down there and we ended up planting several churches. We had a lot of success. God did just amazing things. Our Sucre church, Sucre, Bolivia, just had an incredible base of young college students. We had, honestly, with that, somehow we found a way to tap into the younger generations, and it was just awesome. They wanted God. They wanted more of Him at all times. And we had meetings all the time. And it just seemed like they wanted more and more and more. And we had hundreds of small group leaders. And it was great because apart from our Sunday service, each leader would have 2 small group meetings weekly. They would have one with their leader, and they would have one with their small group. They would also have a monthly leadership service, monthly weekend retreat, at least one, as well as any extracurricular activities or meetings that we would have. And needless to say, in returning to the United States to plant our church here, we found that Americans and even Hispanics living in America don't have that sort of time. And honestly, in today's high-speed society, we are faced with a tough issue. And that issue is that our people need to grow. And especially our leaders. We need to teach them. We need to be with them. We need to spend time with them. We have to do life with them. But how do we do it when they don't have time? They're constantly being bombarded with work, school, life in general. And how do we meet with them? How do we do life with them when there's no time? And yes, many of them love God and they want to spend as much time as they can, but honestly, most of them can't. And here's the answer. The answer truly is this. It is found online. And we honestly need to, in today's fast, high-speed society, fast-paced society, we need to be leveraging online tools to further our ministries. And that's what we're doing throughout this entire course. But we need to be leveraging these tools and using them to the fullest, okay? And online meetings are an important part of this, okay? And definitely at this point, online meetings are an ever-moving target. But at this point, I recommend the following 3 services and ones we're going to talk about in this lesson. And those are appear.in, appear.in, Google Hangouts, and YouTube Live with Google Hangouts on air. All right. And so just so we understand, we're going to get into this and we're going to kind of talk about this. And there are other good paid options out there, but in my opinion, they're not worth the expense or the cost compared to these free options that are just as good. And so let's go in. First of all, appear.in is just about as simple as it sounds. You go into appear.in, you start a video chat room. Let's do it. Just click here. And they need to be on Chrome. If you're on Safari, it will not work on the Mac. So I'm going to open up Google Chrome. I'm going to go to appear.in. There we go. And so it is as simple as coming over here and creating a room to start talking. And so I'll just go in and WebBuild test. Start. Connecting, entering room, and we are in. And there I am, guys, right here. And basically, all I need to do is either tell others to connect quickly or go in, copy the link, and share it, invite friends. So here on my phone, what I'm going to do is go into appear.in. Okay. And enter an existing room. I'm just going to type WebBuild. There we go. So you can see exactly, I'm having a hard time. There we go. Knowing which one to point at. And so you can see it is that simple. And in this service here in appear.in, you can have up to 8 people at a time that can log in. Let me turn this down. Great. You can have up to 8 people at a time that can log in and use it on the free version. You can set up another account and you can create. So let me show you this. Let me hang up. Bye. So there are a few things that we have to look at right in here that we can definitely do. Something that you can set this up as a favorite. And if you log in, if you sign up, you can claim a room. If I just hit claim right now, and so you need to sign up to claim this room. And once you claim it, that room is yours. Okay, so now we're in, and I can go, literally, I am logged in to this. I can go to my rooms, and you can see the different rooms that I have already, and I've claimed these rooms. You can go into each of them there. You can go right in here to your settings, and you can upgrade to any of these. You can customize your room, background image, etc. Back to settings. You can clear your chat history. You can allow guests to knock when the room is locked, so they can knock to come in. If you allow them to come in, you can do that. So this is great for online prayer, for different things like that. You can upgrade. If you go in, it's $12, billed monthly per room. Okay, and so this allows up to 12 people in one room, better stability, quality, and large group sharing, screen sharing with presenters video, branded room and custom logo and background image, branded welcome page for locked room. And so it's definitely a great option. So that is appear.in. And I definitely love it just because of its simplicity. It's so simple to use. You can't really get lost. Now, Google Hangouts has been around for quite a while, and it's a great option. It really is. And it is very similar to appear.in. Google Hangouts has really just upped its number of participants to 25, so that's definitely a plus. What it doesn't have are named rooms. Okay, so and you can't claim rooms, and so every time you're going to set up a new Google Hangouts, and so let's just go. We'll go to hangouts.google.com. Great. And when you're in, you can just start a new video call. So once we are in, you can invite people to these rooms. All right. And so you can invite everyone here. You can have up to 25 at a time, but you're either going to have to send that email or you're going to have to copy that link and post it either on Facebook or send a text to everyone for them to be able to come in. And so Google Hangouts has a lot of good options. You can share your screen. This brought it up on the side. your desktop. You can share a lot of different things that you're doing here. And so you could go in and just share a certain page that you're on, etc. And so it has a great thing. The only difference with that, the plus to Google Hangouts is that you can have more people here. The negative to Google Hangouts is that every time you're going to have to create a new video call, you're going to have to share that link. And so you don't have the clean rooms as appear.im. The other option that you have is very, very similar. It used to be Google Hangouts on Air. It has now moved over to YouTube Live. And this is not the live streaming part that we're going to be talking about in the next video. But what this does here is that when you set it up, you go through and you set it up to work as Google Hangouts on Air. And this allows up to 10 people at a time into your Hangout. But then that is also broadcasting on YouTube. And so you can share that link and you can have 100 people or 500 people or 1,000 or however many would come in, and they can watch the Hangout. So you can have up to 10 people who are participating in the Hangout, and then you can have as many people as necessary watching that. It can be public, it can be private. What you do is you come to Google, you come over here to live streaming. You go to YouTube and then live streaming. And right here, you would go in and you actually need to go to events. All right. And new live event. We can do it right here, public. You can change that to unlisted or private. And it would be quick. The custom is what we're going to do in the next lesson. It would be quick. You can name it, title, test, today, now. Put a description in there. Let's make this unlisted. Unlisted means that no one can just find it on YouTube. They can't go to your channel and find it. They have to have the link. If you do it public, they can find it on your YouTube channel. Okay? And right here we go live now. Okay? And there we go. And we are setting it up right now. We're still off air on this. You get everything ready. You have a chat over here. You also have screen share, cameraman, control room, draw. So if I want to draw around my glasses, I had my glasses on this morning. I wasn't thinking that I'd be on video. So it's not using my microphone. Set it over to that. Testing. All right. And I can also clear that. You also have some fun effects that really aren't necessary there, but you can go in and there we go. So, Google Hangouts and Google Hangouts on Air have a lot of benefits to it. And so really it just depends on what your needs are, what you're trying to do with that. And there we go. Lots of fun. All right. And so right now I'm not live. Once you're ready to go and you have everyone in, you can go on air, start broadcast right here. You can broadcast up to 8 hours. And so this is a live feed that we have. And it is going out. Your Google Hangout is on air, is live. All right. And so there's a lot that you can do. People can, if you send the link to them, people can find you. Right here are the links. Video embed. If you want to embed that on your website, right there is the link that you have that will take you exactly to this live broadcast. And when you're done, you stop, and we are good to go. That is online meetings, guys. And honestly, I go through and I truly feel that we need to be using and just completely leveraging these amazing tools that we have. So I recommend, guys, that you do that. Go in and check out, like I said, appear.in is just about as simple as you can get. I would recommend that, at least for online small group meetings, things like that. If you need more people to go in there, go for Google Hangouts and just find a way of sharing. I do have a link right here. There's a way that you can create an event on Google Calendars, and that way everyone can just click on that. And so you can go to the link and read about that. And YouTube Live is if you want to have an online meeting and have a lot of people watching at the same time, your entire church, or if you want to record it. And so that's another benefit of Google Hangouts on Air, that will record it. It will keep it there for the future for others that want to come in. So if you have a morning prayer meeting and people can't come in, they can watch it later. And so there you go, guys. That is this lesson. I hope that this has been a benefit to you and it's been a blessing. And I will see you in the next one on live streaming. It's going to be fun. We'll see you then, guys. God bless.